Oh, we're live. Sorry. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Functioning Chat with Kettle Kitchen and whoever my guests are today. So we will go ahead and bring them up. I don't know which one to bring up first. We'll bring up Michelle today first. Hello. Thank you for
Hello.
coming. How
Thank
are
you for
you?
inviting me.
How are you and JJ doing?
We're doing good. Planting
Good.
trees, doing some gardening, just enjoying a 3-day weekend.
So that would mean you're functioning.
I low functioning, but
You're
functioning.
still functioning.
I'm upright today.
All right. And we have Dale from Nine Acre Family Farm. I think Lisa's off to the side. Yep, there she is. Um, hello. Thank you for coming in.
Oh yeah, and we
How are
are
you?
barely functioning today.
But you're still functioning, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that again, I love this word segue into the next obvious conversation. Ginger and Tiffany were joining us today, but their internet is not functioning, shall we say. So they're having a struggle. I don't know if they'll try to come in or not, and that's fine. I mean, we all get what it is, so it'll be just us. It looks like, which is fine. We can still have a conversation, but I think we might have somebody popping in right now.
Look at you,
Hello.
mudding for nothing.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you, and we can see you.
I don't know if she froze or if she's sitting still.
I think she froze.
Oh, there's a move. I see two bodies now. That's better than it was.
We're used to seeing a hand where Tiffany is. They're messing this all up. I'm telling you guys, they need a tree stand. They need to be up in a fort
Yes,
high above the trees.
I
And the
agree.
mountains.
So, um, I'm not sure what's going to happen with them, and they're off now. So
But one thing about it, that picture was crystal clear to
it
me.
was.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
And
anyways, I'll say hi to everybody in chat. Try to buy them a little bit of time, see if they come in. So I see Kettle Kitchen's here. Shady guy. Everybody stay away from him. Dark Lord Menet slides in on cue as always. Oh, by the way, I love the mentor video, mister. That was great. Big Valley Living's with us. Don't tell anybody. Suburban Hillbillies in with us as well as I know I thought I seen a different name pop in here. I guess I didn't. Kind of quiet. It's Memorial Day Sunday. You know,
Memorial
everybody's out
Weekend.
doing their thing, and I get that. Um, so part of what I would like to do today, and this is only an hour long live today, just so everybody knows that that's my intention. Um, which usually it is on Sunday. I'm just reaffirming that. How's that sound? Um, again, I have to keep bringing this up, but I have to. Dale inspired me, trying to help out and recognize channels that are really good channels that are just not getting that help over, you know. So I thought, and I had talked with Tiffany. Tiffany helped me come up with this idea. And Ginger did to what extent she could, because they've been busy. I will tell you guys this. As much fun as it looks like they're having, there's some busy fools right now, is what they are. But that being said, one of the contributions that I'd like to give is how to run a collaboration. And I think that might be helpful to some people, because I'm here to tell you I don't want to be the only guy in the world doing a collaboration. I don't think I'm the perfect one that does collaborations, but I enjoy doing them, and it's a format I follow. Um,
Mhm.
Anybody that's on panel, at least right now, has also hosted or is hosting, whichever way you want to look at it, a collaboration. So at least to the initial parts of it, have some experience to a degree with doing collaboration. But that's the lead up to what we're going to do over the next few weeks. We'll take the time to go, 3 or 4 topics in a collaboration, so that by the end of the time, people have an idea of that. But today, what I would like to do, I'm just trying to get a conversation started. Okay. So the first question I have for both of you, I see that our treasure at home is popped in. Thank you for coming in. Suburban Hillbilly said she sat down in a recliner at 11:55 with a soda and an iPad to watch late night and promptly fell asleep.
Been there.
I
will
get it.
happen in a recliner and at midnight for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I love that. So, but here's my first question. When you guys think of, and more so from, these are just general questions. So I'm more asking from a content creator's point of view more than a collaborating host point of view. When you think of starting a collaboration, what comes to mind first? What are the things that go through your mind as, what do I have to consider? What do I need to do? Things like that.
Dale?
Dale? Michelle, Dale, please.
I'm just in the process of co-hosting my first, so.
Okay.
So for me, and Tony and I have talked about this before, and one of the first things to me when you start talking about a collaboration is you got to have an idea. Like,
yes,
what do you want to do? You can't just go, I want to have a collaboration.
Poof, there it is.
Poof, there it is.
It
You
doesn't
have
work
to
that way.
have some kind of grand scheme there or idea of, is it a hot search topic that isn't covered? Hey, live from the garden.
Yes. It's working.
It works.
We're out here by the chicken pen.
Two chicks with the chicks.
Yep.
There we go. Two chicks with the chicks.
Well, welcome in and thank you for coming. And we appreciate you guys trying very hard to do it. So thank you.
I don't know. We hunched down over here, and that's how we got a signal. So I don't think if we put it on a chair, we're probably gonna lose them.
I meant my butt.
Okay, you can get your butt on a chair if you want. The struggle is real when you're living off grid.
Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
I did hear Michelle's she stand idea, and I do love that.
Yeah, it is a good idea.
You guys need something, some sort of a sheltered thing to get up nice and high on that. I planted that seed in Cody's brain the other day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to the
high in the sky. So hopefully we can hang in here for a bit.
No, you're fine. So all I did is we had just told everybody, over the next few weeks, we're going to start talking about how to run a collaboration, how to start it, whatever angle you want to look at it from. Just in general terms, though, from a content creator's point of view, the question is when you think of starting a collaboration, what comes to mind first? And Dale had jumped on there. And so, Dale, if you want to go ahead and finish, go ahead.
Kind of like I was saying, to me, you've got to have an idea of what you want the collaboration to be over, and it needs to be something that others are interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can have a collaboration all about dirty toenails, but no one's going to tune into that, right?
Right.
Well,
you might get some, but you're not going to get most.
We're going to set up an office out here.
There you go. I love it. Hello, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
You guys need to set up a gazebo out there so you're shaded and you could still run business as normal.
Yeah. Well, we're somewhat shaded right now.
A little.
Just somewhat. If we move about 4 foot to the right, we're going to be completely in the sun. It's going to be terrible.
Okay.
So, are we glitchy at all?
No, right now you're fine.
You
right now you're good. So don't
you're
move.
Probably the best I've ever seen you on a live, honestly, Ginger.
I'm so glad you found the spot. Tiffany's the one that found this spot in the yard. She's like, oh my God, I got out there and the video loaded.
You are slightly glitchy, but your sound is not broken once. So just,
okay. All right.
Even if you freeze, just keep on a talking. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's
and hopefully you freeze with not your mouth wide open and a fly landing in. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So what do you guys have to say about what do you think of when you think of starting collaboration? What comes to mind first?
Kind of like Dale, is it going to be something interesting enough that grabs somebody? Kind of think of what time of the year it is, for sure. Because like the chili collab would not do well right now. Nobody would want that. No. So make sure your subject matter matches your time of year.
Okay. And there is some validity just for people's knowledge. Collaborations are hard once you get into June-ish, July, until you get to September-ish, because people are doing gardening or harvesting or farming high grade of that going on at that time. So you keep that in mind.
A whole lot of forehead today. I'm sorry.
It's fine. You're okay.
It's like,
sister, you want to talk about forehead? Let's talk about forehead.
Yeah.
Man, that girl got a 5 head down there in that corner.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
Yeah.
No, it's just 4, Dale.
No, okay.
Yours is 3.
Mine
You've got 5. A widow's peak.
Yes.
My mama used to call that a widow's peak.
You guys are hilarious. That's funny.
Oh my God.
Tiffany, do you have anything to add?
What's your 2 cents?
I think you shouldn't be scared. You got something in
that is easier said than done.
But I mean, everybody thinks about collabs, For instance, we've talked about one multiple times that starts with an S. It's just jumping on the bandwagon and doing it. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you now, it's not easy. It's not easy.
No,
like
and
wrangling
I think
cats.
I do think that, before you even think about it, make sure you're willing to commit to it, because it is not a small task. Depending how you do it, how you set it up, how many people you invite, how many days you're putting videos out, all that kind of stuff, which we'll get into that later down the road. But I do agree with you on that.
I just think
the subject matter is very important, because with our Pampered Chef, as much as people like Pampered Chef, we got 14 collaborators. So, lesson learned on that, in my opinion. you know, maybe in the winter it might be a better idea. Maybe it just isn't, eventually.
But I think you're really, really touching on,
maybe when the fall catalog comes out.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Something like that.
Dale, what were you saying?
Well, I was just reaffirming, Ginger started that with the time of the year, and Michelle is reaffirming. I think it's really important the season that it's in. Summer, we all have to keep in mind for particular areas, like in the U.S. right now, everyone's in summer mode. Everything's about summer, in the homesteading communities, it's all about gardening or harvesting or,
preserving,
that kind of thing.
Yep.
And the kids are out of school.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I use my Pampered Chef year round, and I like using things for summertime that like for 4th of July and everything,
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that this is a good time. Plus, there are a lot of collaborations. You have Jam It Up June. There's
Right.
a dairy collaboration. So then you start to like, everybody kind of gets not collabed out, but collab heavy.
Yeah.
There's that. And
Well, since we're talking about collab heavy, I want everybody to know I am here to tell you, and I'm sure everyone in this panel can agree with me. December, you will be collab heavy.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
November.
already know that, and November too. Yes, so it is almost like it is a seasonal thing, if that
Yeah.
makes any sense. I know you guys understand that, but to somebody that hasn't done one, you will find out that it is very much that perspective. So
Well, we all have so much more time in the house in the winter, right?
right, yep.
Ginger's raising her hand, sir. Could she have the floor?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you change that name down there? I didn't get a chance to do
Yes, I would love to
that. Ginger,
do that.
that button for nothing. Because it's not just me here.
Yeah, I think right
Hi,
now.
Brenda. Hi,
is,
Brenda.
I know.
Hello, guys. Thanks for coming in. Go.
Sir. Hi, everybody. We can't see. We can't see.
Yep.
Wait,
Go ahead, Tiffany.
get into the live stream.
Like if you're going to do a collab right now, it's going to be like who's got weigh in a tomato kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
Some of yours look
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
They did that last year.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a real collab.
It was.
Focus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here to tell everybody I can't wait until the first videos come out because they're going to be hilarious. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, they are. You should have seen today. Today was an adventure. We were like, should have been filming that. Only we don't have a really good blooper button.
Yeah.
And we need one.
Yeah.
Because
There you go. How's that look?
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right. Yep.
Is it
Yeah.
MUDDIN for nothing?
No.
It's
No.
MUDDN,
Okay.
the number 4, nothing without a G.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could have spelled nothing out because, I don't think that's taken.
I think
That's
it
pretty
sounds good.
specific.
I like the way it sounds. Mud.
I like the way it is. Yep.
Mud-
I like
yeah.
the way it is.
Guess who came up with that?
Who?
The man sitting to my right.
That guy down in Kansas down there
That
did?
guy down in Kansas is the one that came up with that. Look at him cheeseburgering.
Orange.
That was Yep, that was his brainchild.
I've told you all before, and let's tie this in with collaborations. Guys, I am a jack of all trades. I am a master of none.
No,
I
but
just spitball ideas. I don't know how to implement them, but I can come up with some ideas.
But see, this goes back to your devotional this morning, which, by the way, if you haven't watched Dale's devotional this morning, by golly, you better go watch it because it's a good one. I really enjoyed it. But
by golly, I agree.
Well, that's what we say in Georgia. By golly,
I know.
He is very supportive, and that was part of that support coming out. Yeah. He will help you with suggestions, or if you're stuck in a rut, you can spitball with him. I love that phrase. Let's spitball this idea.
Yes. I do want to say hi. I've said hi to somebody. I want to make sure they hear me. Hello, Rhonda Mimi's Dishes. Hello, Brenda Freedom Redbird. Susan Ty, thank you for coming in.
I'm afraid to move.
So now that we've all answered that question, here's the next question I'd like to pose. Do you worry about other channels' collaborations, or do you just do your own thing because it doesn't really matter? There's a ton of us. So does that make sense?
I like to be respectful of other channels and what they're doing and not try to step on any toes or anything, because we are a larger community and you might not be associated with them yet, but in the future, if you want to be, it would make more sense. Hey, Joe. It would make
Hello,
more
Joey.
to just respect their space, if you will.
Right. Right.
Stay
Ginger.
lane.
Okay. Ginger, what
Yeah.
about you?
No, I agree with Michelle 100%. I mean, you want to be respectful and, make sure maybe if your content is similar, it's not identical.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
original
Tiffany.
ideas. Ooh, cloud's going by. Take the sunglasses off for a second. Oh, here it comes again. I
It's
thought a cloud
overcast
was
here
coming by.
today.
Huh?
It's overcast here today. It's kind of a nice little treat.
Is it?
Yeah, for us too.
Oh.
Tiffany, what do you have
I
anything to
think,
add to that?
I don't know. I kind of think two different ways on it. I think if you're busting out a collab that's original, you know, if somebody else has got a collab going on, invite them.
Right.
I just feel like that you can't always hold your channel back because of something someone else might be thinking, and they're really not thinking that because they really care.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
that's just my honest opinion about it.
Okay. Dale?
Okay,
Ain't gonna lie.
so
No.
this one kind of makes me cringe, and for those who've watched my devotional today, bear with me and stick here because this might sound like I'm going against what I'm saying, but stick with me the whole time.
Okay.
So I think if you are coming up with a collaboration and it is not another collaboration going on at the same time, or you didn't steal it from somebody else, go with it.
Right.
Even if there's 30 other collaborations that month, guys, there's only 30. I mean, there's 30 days.
Right.
And we're talking about videos for the most part that are 10 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
So there is plenty of opportunity, and there are 8 billion people
Right.
to watch those.
Right.
Yep.
You can be supportive of others who are running collaborations and still host a collaboration on your channel,
Exactly.
because what you have done is you have gave another opportunity for a creator to make a video that maybe they didn't have a subject to or something to make a video over.
Right.
Right.
And
No.
just because I have Big Valley Living on today for my collaboration, that means tomorrow they can be on Tony's collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It can help us all make more content no matter how many of those you have. Now, where you
Right.
can get into trouble is where you want to keep people 100% nothing but in yours. Now, where you
Right.
need to really coordinate with those other collaborators are, let's not all have a live celebration at the end of it on the same day,
Right.
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 or at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I really think it can be, it's all about your community, your YouTube community.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, if we're talking your small, close group community, yeah, you want to support each other and say, okay, Michelle's having a collaboration this month, we're not going to have one.
Right.
But if you're talking about a channel that maybe you watch but they don't support, or they, or whatever, or that we know is in the greater community of, say, homesteading, but you're not necessarily connected, they're really not going to lose any sleep that you've got a collaboration going on at the same time.
Right.
I think it kind of goes along with what Tiffany's saying. And as one of the best questions that was posed to me during the talk, and I don't remember if I put it out in my video from the YouTube meetup, was that, Tim at Ridge Life, he said, how many YouTube channels is here?
Mm-hmm.
And so many people raise their hands. How many YouTube supporters or watchers are there? and like only 8 or 10 people raised their hands at first, and he looked around and he goes, all you channels don't watch YouTube every day?
Yeah.
Right.
Every one of us are a supporter. If you're a creator, you're watching YouTube.
Yes.
So we're a supporter of others no matter what. So go be a supporter of someone else's collaboration. You know, just pop in there and say, hey, great collaboration. Love this video. You know, keep on keeping on. You know?
Yep. And here's another thing, Suburban Hillbilly just said, if you're trying to be respectful or considerate, just make sure your hashtag and thumbnails are different from another channel. Then you would designate yourself differently. And I think that's great advice, actually.
Yeah, I like that.
So here's the last one, and I stole this from Dale wholeheartedly, and I warned him ahead of time I was stealing it from him. But I think it makes a very valid point in consideration of
Luna.
no, not Luna. That'd be down south is where that's happening.
I just go to switch myself, you know, just a little bit. I'm trying to readjust myself in the lawn chair, and all Hades breaks loose.
Right. Okay. Now that Hades has resumed himself to where he needs to be.
Yes, thank you.
In consideration of collaborations, you have to have clear and present goals for your collaboration. What is it you want to do? What is it you're trying to achieve? What group are you trying to connect with, if any? You know, do you want one video? Do you want 2 videos? Do you want 30 days? Do you want, you know, there's so many things to consider. And it really steered me in that direction of having a conversation. And again, I gave credit where credit was due. Tiffany and Ginger are the ones that kind of pushed me in just conversation, if nothing else. This is a good topic to have because there's a lot of questions out there about how to run a collaboration. I don't know how to do this. I don't know which, you know, style to use, whether it's open close. Do you do a calendar? Do you do recipes? All of that we're hopefully going to address over this next 3-4 weeks or whatever length of time it takes. I want to take a person from start to finish in theory of how to do a collaboration.
I'm your Huckleberry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, Huckleberry.
I hope we all love that movie.
I've never seen it. I just hear the reference quite often.
You've never seen Tombstone?
Tombstone.
You stole my heart.
Excuse me. I have seen Tombstone. I don't remember the line from Tombstone.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't either.
we can
You don't
kind of
remember when
recite the movie. It's
they
pretty
were
pathetic.
I'll go watch it. Thank you.
It's good.
So what do you guys think on that? I mean, I'm assuming you guys all agree with the clear and present goals of a collaboration are a must.
Yes.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dale? Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the clear and present goal is the number one. To me, that's your number one point.
Yeah.
I mean, after you have the idea, you have to decide, is this going to be open? Is this going to be closed? Or am I going to involve everyone? Am I going to try to put 100 channels in this? Am I going to put 10 channels? Am I going to run this for a week? Am I going to run this for a month? Am I going to run it for a day?
Am I going to have a co-host?
Right.
Am I going to have a co-host? That is a great.
And who's going to do what? Because there's a lot of phone calls involved. And,
Are you going
I'm just going to do this right here, if I may. Ginger, Tiffany.
Yes. Yes.
I'm at a different computer, but the other computer has everything locked and loaded. And when this is over, I'll be sending you guys an email.
Okay.
We have our schedule. We have our logo, if you like the logo. So
Okay.
Pampered
Show
Show 2023.
There you go. Shameless plug inserted. I love it. Yes, Brenda, I know it is a very good movie. You got to remember the last time I watched it, it was on VHS. I haven't seen it since. So some time has passed.
With an extra Blu-ray, we've got one in the trailer and one in the house, just in case.
I'll just go watch it on YouTube or something like that.
Yes.
Good movie.
But that to me, that brings up a really great point that maybe you need to add for a topic, and that's promotion.
Yeah.
Yes, it's already down on my list.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest with you, as much again, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I did 16 collaborations this last year. I was probably host of a portion of those. Promotion of my said collaborations sucked. I'll be honest with you. That's one thing I personally need to learn on and work on and get better at. I mean, that's the honesty of it. So
I think we have a very untapped, underutilized tool when it comes to promotion, and that's the shorts feed tab.
Yeah.
it's a very
you're
valid
right.
point. But
I
for
think-
me, last year I wasn't using shorts. I didn't start using shorts until this year, but I definitely agree with you. The potential is way huge if you do it the right way.
Exactly.
So um I I read a comment the other day on something totally unassociated theoretically, and it was a person that had said, collabs are just filler content, and I actually disagree with that statement. I think, yes, I can understand why some would feel that it is filler content, but I also look at it from a different perspective. I love doing collaborations because it ties me closer to a community, a group of people, individuals I meet that I may not have known, channels I may follow that I would have never picked up on. It allows me to expand myself. So I don't agree with that statement. Now others do, and you guys might, I don't know.
If you put something out once a week or twice a week on regular days and times, then you may look at it with a different perspective, right?
True.
So that for them might be filler if it doesn't fit into the content that they had already planned.
Right.
But even if you still put it out on particular days, I like collaborations because sometimes they stretch you to
True.
a little out of your comfort zone, or
Yep.
like I'm going to use your chili if you don't mind, Dale. Who did chili? God, you guys, everybody's doing everything. Who did chili? You did fishing, Dale and Nana. It stretched me a little bit because I wanted to show chili, and we have several different chili recipes, so it was really fun to see everybody else's recipes too, and everybody was focused on it in the same month. So,
just for clarification, I raised my hand because I was in the chili collaboration. It was actually Ginger that hosted that collaboration. Sorry.
Together, co-hosted. See,
Co-hosted, but I mean, in
there's a
honesty,
prime
that was your
example.
brainchild.
That's a prime example. Well, let's give credit where credit is due. That was Joe Fixit for
Joe
you.
Fix It
that
for
was
you.
a really fun collaboration.
He did not have a channel yet, and he's part of Not For Nothing Homestead, so but
Yes.
he did not have Joe Fix It for you yet, and
Right.
he was all about coming up with ideas and stuff. He's like Dale, he likes to come up with those ideas, the names, the
Right.
all of that. So that was his brainchild that we enacted. That was before he wanted to be part of the camera or in front of the camera.
What do you
But
mean?
look where he's at.
Who's
Oh,
that?
sorry.
She said, "What do you mean by filler content?
Okay.
Are you talking to Michelle?"
No,
Tony.
well, okay. Hold on a second. I'm talking to Tiffany, and now I get what her question is. And where that comes in is that somebody had made a comment on another video that they really felt like collaborations were nothing more than filler content. Now, and Michelle makes a valid point. If you're used to X, Y, and Z in a week, and you're filling in with collaborations for more content, some people will feel that way. I personally don't take that perspective because I think it's still content. I'm doing it because of a reason. I'm doing it because I want to. So if it's my choice that I put it out there, then that's my choice. Has nothing to
But
do
you
with.
mean filler in a negative way?
That's the impression I got from it. So yes.
But I think it's fun because I mean, like the cookies or the 12 days of indulgence in
Right.
December. That was a lot of fun, right? Because
Right.
if you're not in a collaboration, you are going to get more views because
Right.
you have a larger group of people wanting to see all these different ideas.
Right.
Yeah.
So I find them to be helpful for that too, for the different exposure.
One thing I would like to add just to this comment, Suburban Hillbilly said a lot of collaborations have led me to new channels. Many I liked, some I didn't. That is
Yeah.
why in the end of all my collaborations, I say go over, check them out. It'll help them. They'll appreciate it. If you find content you like, please consider subscribing. I'm not going to go and tell you to subscribe because I don't know if you're going to like the content. You
Yeah.
know, that's a choice the viewer has to make. But I
Mm.
still am trying to push them towards that channel to at least check it out. You might find something you do like or don't like.
Yeah, because not everybody is everybody else's cup of tea,
No,
Exactly.
no.
but you like a lot of I met Tom Garvey, the keto cook, in a collaboration. I met
Hmm.
who else did
Me too.
oh yeah, I met you in a collaboration. Oh, shit.
That's
Yes,
all
I
let
met you
everybody
guys
know.
in a collaboration. Yes.
But
That's
it's the
right.
point.
Don't spit your tea out. That's so unladylike. Jeez, manners.
Oh,
No, I'm
bless your pea picking heart.
kidding. I'm kidding.
One thing I do agree with as well is this other comment, and this is by our treasured. I'm trying to move the mouse up to my phone and have realized it doesn't go past the end of my computer. Sorry. Um,
Yeah.
don't get hurt if you're not asked. And this has happened. I know for me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
assuming the others can speak of this as well. I have been literally
Yeah.
chewed out down to the bone because I didn't invite somebody. And it's like 30 channels. I got 45 people that want in. What do you expect me to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because not every one of your collaborations needs to be 2 videos or 3 videos or 4 videos a day. Doesn't mean it has to be 31 channels that are involved. It might only be 15 you need and you do them every other day or, XYZ, whatever. I mean, because it really is an alphabet soup how you want to put your collaboration out there and how you want to promote it, how you want to make it happen. But I do agree with the end part of that is just keep connecting with them, keep asking them, and they will do what they can when those come up. Yes.
The one thing that you have to make sure you have a plan in place, like Michelle said with the Pampered Chef one, when everybody in wintertime was locked down, excuse me, and we started the chili one. What are you swatting? By golly, woman, pay attention to the conversation.
Sorry, I was checking on Mr. C. I was checking on Mr. C. Sorry.
Mr. C. Hey, Mr. C, if you're watching or listening. And hey, Joey, I know you are watching. Anyways, okay, Squirrel.
Moment.
If you decide, okay, well, you want to always send out more invites because you're going to get a few no's. No, I'm too
Right.
busy. I'm committed. I've got too much going on. But
Right.
then you may have, you may send out 40 invites and get 35 back. And there's only,
Right.
29, 28 days, depending on what year in
Exactly.
February. So I was like, oops. So
Mhm.
Yep.
that we made adjustments. We just added like 2 on every Saturday, I think, or something
Mhm.
like that is what we ended up doing. So you do have to be a little flexible.
Yes.
Mhm.
If you send out over the amount of invitations and you get more responses than you expected. And
Right.
on the same token, you have to be you have to plan for maybe you have the opposite. You
Right.
send out 40 and you only get 10 back. So
Right.
you have to be you have to be mindful of that and put a plan in place to to back that, you know, to do, if you want one to drop every other day,
Right.
that'll stretch it out to, you know, 20 days of the month. You know, there's several things you could do. You could put out 3 or 4 videos yourself and kind of fill in some of those spots. So
Right.
you do have to have that backup plan too.
And I think what's
for people who don't do it, who just
Yeah, I
don't.
have a couple
Right.
backups just in case they
right.
have technical difficulties and can't drop or something like that.
Right.
Anything.
Yes, Dale.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. On the channels, not that you're the collaborator organizer, you have assigned a date to a collaborator to put out a video. What do you do if they don't?
I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. Go ahead.
What do you do if they don't put up a video? I may have a different opinion than others on the panel, but this is my opinion. You have gave them an opportunity of a day to put out a video. If they don't put out their video, no matter what the circumstances is,
Yeah.
you offered the opportunity. Don't make it. As someone who has had to deal with that situation, don't make it a meltdown for you and what you're doing.
Just let it go.
Just
yes.
let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Because I agree with Dale 110%, not just 100%, 110. Because you and the content creator channel that you have assigned to that day are probably in all likelihood not going to have the same subscribers, not, you know, the same exact people who watch your videos, and you are giving them the potential to expose themselves to new subscribers, other channels. So if that's a missed opportunity on them, it's a missed opportunity on them. It does not reflect poorly on you.
Right.
Well, and I think the other thing is too, and I've moved. I agree 110% as well with Dale. It's spot on. When I take in look, and we had this conversation the other day. When I take and look at the collaborations I've hosted or been in, it's about time for channels to be responsible for their commitment and to the content that they've actually committed to. And if they don't put it out there, that's on them. They're the ones that have to explain it. I have enough to do in my busy schedule, and I'm the one that took the time to put it all together. If they can't follow through, then you guys, not pointing towards anybody, but somebody watching it needs to go to them and ask them why they haven't put it out. Don't come to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why they haven't.
Yeah.
That falls on them. I gave them, going exactly with what you just said, Ginger. I've given them the opportunity. They had the chance to put it out. I don't know what happened in their lives, but there is a flip side to it too.
That's what I was about to say. If there is some type of emergency,
Right.
And they contact you, hey,
that's a different story though. That's not what he's saying.
Right.
But that's what we're about to talk about, though.
Right. No, and Tiffany is right, because there has been many. I'll get to you in just a second, Dale. There has been many occasions where somebody's had a family member that has passed away. Somebody that we had one person that had a stroke one time.
Yep.
You can't help that, and they can't help that. Okay. It is real life, but it takes, where possible, it takes communication, which is the biggest problem with collaborations. Everybody sitting on this panel will agree with me on that.
Yes.
If you don't have communication, you can't move forward with understanding, because you can't understand a situation. Excuse me. So if it's just because you're having technical difficulties, or you just decided not to put a video up, that's on you. I can't help you with that. I'm not even gonna try to help you with that. If I find out the next day that X, Y, and Z had a stroke, I'm gonna put out something on my community tab to say, hey, video didn't go out. There's a health reason. Please be forgiving about it. We'll just catch up with the next video tomorrow. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it. That's not
Right.
my opinion. You guys may have a different opinion, but that's the way I think is the easiest way to deal with it. So
Can I ask a question?
Dale, let Dale go because he had a question.
No,
He
no, no, no.
wanted.
Go
Oh,
ahead, Michelle.
Are you
okay.
sure? Because I don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to take us a little bit in a different direction.
That's
Uh
fine.
oh. Here goes the squirrel hole.
No, it's not really. It's still relevant. I promise. Now I'm going to forget what I was going to ask you.
I
What time?
forgot where I came in this room. What did I come in this room for?
What is all of your opinions on asking, requesting that collaborators drop by a certain time every day? Because some people live by their algorithm, right? And so if 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon is their best time, and I say 3 o'clock, whatever their time is, right?
Yeah.
And Tony and I are way out west, so everybody's before us, right? So I usually try to get mine to drop at like 5 in the morning, the day that I'm assigned, just so it's out there for people on the East Coast or maybe in a different country. And I don't pay attention to my own algorithm as much in collaboration because I'm I got an invitation, so I'm going to try and do what they do. But my main question is, what is your guys' opinion about having a deadline per day so that you know that their video is or is not up?
I'll give you my opinion. Usually I try to put out a time frame that I would like to see the video out. Now, if you're communicating with me and say, well, my algorithm is better at 3, do you mind if I put it out that day? I have no issue with that because I can explain that to people. We do have a video coming out, but it won't be released until X, Y, or Z. Usually the time frame for me, though, is it gives me a chance when I was worrying about the holes that were created. It gave me an opportunity to reach out to somebody to try to get a different video up. Now that I'm stepping back away from that, if you give me a reason and we're communicating, I have no problem with helping you along with that. But if you don't communicate with me, then I'm going to assume you didn't want to follow the guidelines.
Right.
Okay.
That's me.
For me, in my videos, like the collaboration that we hosted on our own,
Mm-hmm.
Hair.
I put it out whenever you want to drop it because I'm one of those that I can see algorithm at work. If I drop a video that's not my normal algorithm, it's not going to do well.
Yeah.
Now,
and that makes sense.
I think you have to give creative opportunity to a creator. You have to let them be themselves. Now, with that being said, that means if I give you a day, that I just want it dropped on that day.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean, oh, well, I don't like that day, I want it to drop the next day. Well, that's when you need to communicate with your host. And that's where I think it gets back to your kind of moving us back full circle, clear and concise goals that you convey to the participants. Now, I also think Bucket List Homestead, I seen you pop in there. Hey, what's going on? I love what she's saying there. So many people don't take in consideration. Most of the time, if you are being a good host of a collaboration, you're a month ahead of time. That means that creator has plenty of time to go ahead, record that video, upload it, and schedule it for whatever day you tell them. And they don't have to worry about things like that. They don't have to worry about sickness. They don't have to worry about my internet didn't work. But All right. Now that I said that and I threw that rock. Hi, my name's Dale. I'm a proper procrastinator.
The rock just
I'm-
hit my house.
Yeah, it hit mine too.
I am a proper procrastinator, and I will wait
No,
till
not
the
me. I'm talking
last
about
minute.
Dale. That's what he's saying. Hi, the rock just hit my house that I threw.
I think the other thing that goes along with it, though, in all honesty, is if you're a new channel joining a collaboration, don't put yourself in our position. Our position, and I'm not really speaking of Michelle or Ginger and Tiffany because they try to put theirs out ahead of time. I know me and Dale are horrific procrastinators when it comes to video production. I know we are, okay? But we're good at it. I mean, ask Ginger. When I put out my spring salad, I was telling her the night before, I don't even have it filmed yet.
Yes.
I mean, but I personally function better under the stress. I get it done. I get the editing done. And ask Ginger, was my video not out on time?
Yes, it was. It was.
That's the point I'm making. If you can do that and you're comfortable with it, okay. If you're new, I wouldn't recommend doing it that way because you're going to find a hiccup or a problem or the internet's not working or your computer crashes or something like that. That's what I would say.
If I can just say, with spring salads, so I didn't give anybody a time. I mean, we're all adults. You know what day you're supposed to be in. Just put it out whenever. It doesn't matter to me. The thing is, I will tell you though, if I get up in the morning and first thing I see it, that's going to be the first one I'm watching. Just saying.
Valid point. Yep.
Yeah. And also, if you set it for a premiere, I believe Angela did a premiere today. I believe also that Carrie at My Table of Three, she set hers for a premiere. So, yeah, if you set it for a premiere, then, then people know to go look for it and set that notification. But I get up in the morning and just like you say with like TV and stuff and not watching TV, just watching, your YouTube. If your collaboration video is out, if you put it out first thing in the morning, then that's the first thing I'm going to go watch. And then I'm going to go right over from that. And I'm going to share it and like it and comment on it. So then throughout the day, you're going to get shared out a lot.
Right.
So
I love, as an opinion, and Dale's opinion, of course, the premiere on a collaboration. And it goes back to that promotion because if you schedule a premiere a week in advance, guess what pops up on every one of your subscriber who have a notification bell's home feed continuously?
Yes.
Premiere spring salads. Premiere Angler April. Premiere Jam It Up June. Premiere whatever.
Yes.
It is a great advertising tool.
It is.
Not to mention you have the interaction like you do in a live where people can come in there and they can drum up some, excitement about it.
Yes.
And vividly promote that,
Yes. Unfortunately, I was late to Angela's premiere today, and I apologized in chat, and I went back and watched it. Her salad video for Spring Salads 2023 looked delicious. She did a great job, and I want to say really quickly, congratulations to her daughter on her graduation.
Yes.
Yes. So, yay, Angela.
And I
hold
will
on,
also
hold on. I don't want to lose this. Lynn is having a premiere tonight on Bucket List Homestead, just so everybody knows that if you didn't
what
see
time?
it. Yep.
Can't see
Lynn,
chat.
if you could, Lynn, if you could put that in there.
7:30 your time, Ginger. It's
Oh.
4:30 my time.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing is I want Ginger and Tiffany to know this. This was up there earlier. I love that. I just wanted to make sure you caught
Hashtag
that.
bless your shady little heart. Yes.
Okay, Dale, go ahead.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I do. The only thing that I will say about Angela's spring salad this morning, I caught a lot of grief about how good that looked because that's the exact salad that Nana wanted to make for her spring salad.
Oh boy!
And
I told you.
And
I
you
said,
put the
that's
Nix
not a
on
salad, that's a dessert.
Yeah.
Bah humbug.
Yeah.
I'm a guy.
it.
And it looked amazing. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Thanks, Angela, for getting old Dale in trouble.
No, thanks, Dale, for getting himself in trouble.
Yeah.
All right. So we're at 56, almost 57 minutes. I did say it'd be an hour. This kind of gives you a gist of where I want to take the conversation over the next few weeks, however long it takes to get out. I'm not trying to overwhelm any conversation with one specific thing, but I do know, like, when we get to tools, that'll be a conversation all by itself because you have StreamYard or another platform, whichever you use. If you use StreamYard, you have the hashtag tool, you have the comment picker, you have the wheels you can use. So that's what I'm trying to do, is put everything kind of in a category together. If it's not a lengthy conversation, we'll throw some other things in there as well. My hope is by the end of 3 or 4 weeks, everybody will know what it's like to do a collaboration from start to finish. That's my intention.
Yes.
So I
So
hope
get your notepads, your steno pad, and make sure your
Yeah.
pencil is sharpened. And
yes,
you know what?
I
Even
agree.
if you don't think you'll ever do it
You may have to.
as a content creator, just
What's
take
wrong?
notes just in case, because you may surprise yourself and
Go
say,
sit over there
hey,
for a second.
in 6 months from now, like Tiffany said, you may be scared now, but in 6
Yep.
months, you may say, I got my big girl pants
so
on.
funny.
I think it's about time I do a collab,
Yeah.
a collab.
A cola.
Well, my biggest takeaway for anyone
Shade.
is whether you host or just participate. Either one. Take part in one at least and see, get your toes wet.
Yes. Yeah.
There are bukus of open collaborations out there every day.
Yeah.
And there's still an ongoing open collaboration that involves every one of the channels here. And it's hashtag $5 pantry challenge. Hop in it.
Mhm.
Put out
Yep.
one. If you're curious what it's like to be involved, get on it. There's a playlist on most all of our channels. We'll plug you in.
Yep. I think Dale just called us all out, but I'm not positive about that.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Dale's calling himself out because he hasn't put one out here lately.
Okay.
I'd watch.
Anyways, so I hope everybody would find that information helpful. Again, I'm going to put it out there just because I think it's good for people to know. And if you're not a content creator, maybe it'll help you understand the behind the scenes a little better as to what it does take to put one together. So whether it helps a content creator or not, I know it should help a subscriber that would be interested to know what does it take. So, all right, guys, anything else? No?
Remember
help,
why?
any one of us up
Remember
here,
why?
just email us because we would all want.
Yep.
We would all be more than happy to help you.
Yep.
And remember why we have a holiday weekend, everyone. Remember the
Yes.
Good point.
sacrifice.
Thank you, Dale.
Yes. Yes.
So that being said, remember, be safe, think ahead, meal prep with these, and preserve. You guys have a great night, and we will talk to you later. Be safe out there. Thank you, everybody.